Hey guys, you're watching me on my YouTube channel Witty Gesture. I've seen many students who struggle with basic maths, even engineering students who are in a stage to place their placement screening test. And there are some people who try for government examination after a gap. There are some 10th 11th students, still they struggle with basic maths. Hence, I'm launching a complete playlist for basic maths before launching my aptitude series. My employment marathon series has an aptitude series that consists of past 5 years top MNCs and government examinations repeated models. From next week on every Sunday 10 a.m. I am launching this employment marathon aptitude series. But before that, you must be very much clear in basic maths. Hence, in order to prove you that maths is fun, in order to give you a great confidence that maths is very simple until and unless you practice it. So, I am launching my 9 videos of a complete playlist called Basic Max, and you can access it globally in Google or YouTube with an hashtag everything in caps witty apps WITTYAPS. So with this global hashtag you can access all my employment marathon aptitude series and basic max, and trust me guys, if you watch this basic max it will be a very good quick recon, especially for school students who lag with max, who really feel panic towards max. So at the end of this ninth video you will feel that max is just by that. So keep subscribing my channel, and if you feel that I've created an impact in a basic max inside you, please do share with your friends, because there are many number of people who consider max to be a real hectic one, but after watching this series you will have a very smooth journey towards max. Thank you. First, the topic that we're going to concentrate is integers. So normally if you take an integers we can classify it into real numbers, natural numbers and whole numbers. So what are whole numbers? Whatever starts from 0, from 0, 1, 2, all these numbers are called as whole numbers. And natural numbers 1, 2, 3, everything is called as natural numbers. And real numbers, they are like positive values. Also you must be familiar with odd values and even values. So what is meant by odd? Anything divided by 2 will not be equal to 0, the remainder part. That is called as an odd number. For example, 25, if you take 2 ones are 2, 5, 2 twos are 4, 1. The remainder is 1, which is not equal to 0. They are called as odd numbers. What is meant by even numbers? Anything divided by 2 will give you a remainder as 0. For an instance, I can say like 24. 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4. 4 minus 4 is 0. So anything divided by 2, if it makes you 0 the remainder, then it is called as even numbers. So integers are real, natural, whole numbers, odd numbers and even numbers. So these are the basic information about the integers. Now let's see how to do integer oriented addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. So one of the very important parameter that normally many students or many aspirants used to lack is like they don't know the very basics of this integer based calculations. In integer based calculation, first we have to know the signs like minus, plus, minus, minus. These are the two important criteria. Let's imagine minus 2 plus 3, minus 2 minus 3. So when you have minus and plus, what you have to do is first you have to write the higher number, lower number. Now the sign is minus. When you have minus and plus, the operation will be minus. So 3 minus 2 will be 1. What is the second criteria you have to see is you have to place the sign of the highest number. Here what is the sign of the highest number? It is positive. So the result will be positive. Next one, minus 2 and minus 3. When you have 2 minus, what you have to do is, you have to add and you have to place minus symbol. So let's say here minus 2 minus 3. First, as per the criteria, you have to add 2 and 3 should be 5. Then you have to put a minus symbol. This is how you will be doing integer oriented calculation. Let's say another example like minus 42 plus 20. Minus plus. So what will be the operation? When you have minus plus, this is the thing you have to follow. When you have both minus, this is the criteria you have to follow. So minus plus, first you have to write the higher number, then you have to write the lower number. Then what is the operation for minus and plus? The operation is minus. So I get here 22. Next criteria, we have to place the sign of the highest number, which is negative. So sign of the highest number is negative. So the answer will be negative. Similarly, when I have minus 52 minus 2, both are minus. First what we have to do? We have to add. If you add, I get 54. Then the symbol should be negative. So this is the integer based. Integer means a combination of negative and positive oriented activities. This is how we have to carry. Minus and plus, we have to do the operation of minus, then the sign of the highest number. When we have both negative, we have to add and we have to place the symbol. So this is one of the very important parameters that you have to follow. Next, let me see regarding the multiplication and division. Minus 2 into minus 3, minus 2 into 3, minus 2 divided by minus 4. Next, I am going to have minus 2 divided by 8. So, how these combinations actually exist? 2 minus, minus into plus, minus divided by minus, minus divided by plus. So, these are the criteria. When you have 2 minus, then the resultant multiplication will be positive. When you have 2 minus and if you multiply it, the resultant will be positive. When you have minus and plus, the resultant will be minus. The resultant will be minus. When you have minus divided by minus, minus minus gets cancelled, the resultant answer will be positive. When you have minus divided by plus, you will be having the resultant as minus. So if you have even 1 minus, the answer will give you a minus value in multiplication and division. So how I can write 2 3s are 6, 2 3s are 6, 2 divided by 4. Both of these goes in 2 tables. So I can cancel it as 1, 2 1s are 2, then 2 2s are 4, should be given in the denominator. So 1 divided by 2, then 2 1s are 2, 2 4s are 8. So 1 divided by 4. This is how you will be portraying the same thing. For an example, minus 2, minus 3, how you will be writing? If it is not going to be in a multiplication, if it is not going to, see, if they are mentioned in this way, then it is a normal integer subtraction. So both are minus. What you will do? Minus symbol you will be add. But the same question, if they are given in this format, minus 2, in bracket if they are given, or if they would have given minus 2 into minus 3, in both this scenario, minus into minus turns plus and you have to multiply it. So you have to know the difference of handling the two different scenarios. So in this 2 minutes, I have given you the example for how to make addition, subtraction, multiplication and division for any kind of integers. Now quickly let me recon. I have written a different questions based on the previous lecture. So minus minus, the operation should be minus. Then if you have both 2 minus, we have to add. 7 plus 3 is 10. So here minus minus. Now minus and minus is getting multiplied in this both of the scenario. It is given as minus 7 multiplied with minus 3. Minus 7 in bracket minus 3. Then if it looks in this way, both are multiplications. So 7 into 3 is 21. Minus into minus is positive. Then I have minus and plus. The operation will be minus. Operation will be minus. Highest number is 7. Lowest number is 3. So operation is negative operation, subtraction. So 4. So the resultant should given the sign of the highest number. What is the sign of the highest number? Negative. So I have to give minus here. Okay. So I'll get minus 4. So again I am saying you have to write the highest number, then the lowest number. Minus and plus means operation should be negative. Then you have to see what is the sign of the highest number. Don't see it in here, see it in here. Then minus and positive. Again, what is the operation? Operation should be negative. Highest number is 7, lowest number is 3. Then you have to do a subtraction operation. The answer will be 4. What is that? Value of the highest number, it is positive, so answer will be 4. So please don't confuse the difference between the multiplication and the normal way. Minus 7 minus 3 will give minus 10. Minus 7 multiplied with minus 3 only, it makes the result positive, right? So this is about integer based calculation. Now let's see the next concept. Now next I'm going to teach you LCM, HCF. Okay, so LCM is the largest common multiple, HCF is the highest common factor. So largest common multiple, for an example, so let's have 42 and 60, 2 24 times 42, 2 30 times 60, 2 12s are for 24, 2 15s are 30, 2 6 are 12, 15 will not go into table, so you have to make it as it is. Then 2 3s are 6, 15 will not go. Then 3 table, 3 1s are 3, 3 5s are 15. Then in 5 table it ends. So if you to calculate the LCM of 42 and 16, what you actually do is you have to multiply all this. 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8, 8 2s are 16, 16 3s are 48, and 48 into 5, 0, 4, 20 to 40. So largest common multiple of 42 and 60 gives me answer of 240. Hope you are clear with the LCM, how to carry over with it. So you have to take a common number that divides both of these integers, and you have to write the quotient part here, like 42, 22 in the sense 42, 2 24s are. So the quotient part should be denoted here. If it not goes in that particular table, you have to write the number as it is. Then you have to look for that alternative divisor of that particular number and you have to solve it. This is how you carry out with the LCM. Highest common factor or greatest common divisor, both are going to make same sense. For example, I need to find the HCF or GCD for 42 and 60. In LCM, you will be making inside the same limit. Now, we will be making it in a separate way. 42, 60. Let's go with 2 table. 2 2s are 4. 2 1s are 2. 21. 3 table. 3 7s are 21. Then 7 7 gets cancelled. And 60. 2 table. So we have to go from the minimal table. Okay. So 2 30s are. Then 2 15s are. Then 3 5s are. 5 1s are. So whatever I am writing here, it is nothing but the quotient part. For an example, if you divide 30 by 2, 2 15s are 30, it goes 0. So whatever you are writing here, it's a quotient part. Again, I am saying this basic maths, it starts from the scratch. So if you are clear with LCM and GCM, please don't skip it, because in future I will be solving various complicated sums in other topics. So just go with the flow. It will be like a very good quick recorder for those who are making maths after a long period of time. So it will be like a good quick recorder for them. So now in 42, what are all the factors I have received? 2, 3, 7, and for 60, 2, 2, 3 and 5. Now what are all the common factors I have here? 2, 3. Apart from that, nothing. So HCF, the highest common factor is, we have 2 2's here, we have to make it as a pair of 1 2, and 3 we have to make it as a pair of 1 3. So 2 into 3 will give you 6. So the highest common factor existing between 42 and 60 is 6, and greatest common divisor that divides 60 is 6. So this will be the answer. Okay, now also I am going to solve you another question. Let me have something different, like finding the HCF or GCD between 45 and 55. We have to find the highest common factor for 45 and 35. So 45, straightly I can go for 5 table. 5 9s are 45, 3 3 3 1. Then 55, 5 11s are, then 11 11 1. In this scenario, see what happens. For 45 I have 5 into 3 into 3, and for 55 I have 5 into 11. So the common number is 5. Apart from that, I don't have 3 by 3 common here, 3 coming in within 45 itself. It's not in 55, so we can reject all these terms. So 5 is the highest common factor for 45 and 55, and it is also the greatest common divisor that divides 45 and 55. That's it.